Are you, like me, absolutely aching for some decisive action from the Golden State Warriors? Or are you just resigned to another agonizing offseason of wait and see as critical pieces hang in the balance? It's a question that echoes through the Bay Area, a collective sigh of frustration as the Warriors, a franchise synonymous with relentless innovation and championship swagger, find themselves caught in a bewildering holding pattern. Every day that passes without clarity feels like an eternity, especially when the fate of a promising young talent like Jonathan Kuminga dictates the entire rhythm of their offseason. This isn't just about one player, it's about the very identity of a team at a crossroads, a team trying to squeeze every last drop of championship contention out of its aging core, while simultaneously building for a future that feels perpetually just out of reach. But what if the solution to their immediate needs and long-term aspirations lies not just in their own roster, but in the aggressive, landscape-altering moves of a Western Conference rival? Today, we're cutting through the noise to explore the high-stakes poker game being played out in the NBA, a game where the Warriors' financial tightrope walk could lead them to a veteran champion, or perhaps to a blockbuster trade that reshapes the entire league. The Golden State Warriors' offseason has, to put it mildly, been a study in suspended animation. The entire franchise appears to be holding its breath, paralyzed by the ongoing contract negotiations with restricted free agent Jonathan Kuminga. This isn't just a minor snag. It's a monumental roadblock that has effectively slammed the brakes on nearly every other critical offseason decision. The Kaminga saga is a financial Gordian knot, and until it's untangled, the Warriors are stuck in neutral, unable to fully commit to other crucial moves that could either bolster their immediate championship hopes or strategically position them for the future. It's a frustrating reality for a fan base accustomed to swift, decisive action, and it raises a fundamental question. How long can a championship contending window remain open when its architects are so hesitant to make the necessary investments? Amidst this Kuminga-induced paralysis, one intriguing possibility has emerged as a beacon of hope for the Warriors: the potential signing of five-time All-Star and NBA champion Al Horford. It's a move that feels almost too good to be true, a veteran presence with a championship pedigree who could provide invaluable leadership and frontcourt depth. Horford, it seems, is unlikely to return to the Boston Celtics, a team in the midst of its own retooling phase. For a player nearing the twilight of his illustrious career, the allure of winning a second championship in what could very well be his final year is a powerful motivator. And for the Warriors, a team always looking for savvy, high-IQ veterans to complement their superstar core, Horford represents an almost perfect fit. Golden State is widely viewed as Horford's most likely landing spot, a testament to their continued championship aspirations and the allure of playing alongside Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. However, as with all things Warriors-related these days, the real question isn't just if they'll sign Horford, but how much financial flexibility they'll actually have after the Kaminga situation is finally resolved. This is where the intricacies of the NBA's collective bargaining agreement become a high-stakes chess match. Dan Favale of Bleacher Report, a keen observer of the league's financial landscape, projects that the Warriors will offer Horford a 2-year, $11.7 million deal, a contract that would include a player option for the 2026-27 campaign. But Favale wisely cautions that this amount could vary wildly, dependent entirely on the outcome of Kuminga's deal. If Kaminga's demands prove to be ultra-expensive, the Warriors might find themselves with only the veteran's minimum to dangle, a paltry sum that would likely send Horford elsewhere. Conversely, if Kaminga leaves outright or is moved in a sign-and trade, the Warriors could technically access the entire non-taxpayer mid-level exception, offering Horford a more substantial deal. Favale, however, predicts that the middle ground will win out, with the 39-year-old Horford joining Golden State for the taxpayers' mid-level exception. This scenario assumes the Warriors reach an agreement with Kaminga that places them between the first and second aprons of the salary cap, a tightrope walk that requires precision and a willingness to spend, but not too much. The heart of this financial conundrum, of course, lies with Jonathan Kuminga himself. NBA insider Jake Fisher has reported that the Warriors have put a 2-year, $45 million deal on the table for the promising young forward, a contract that includes a team option in the second season. It's a significant offer for a player who has shown flashes of brilliance, but hasn't yet fully cemented himself as a consistent star. Kaminga, however, is reportedly pushing for a more lucrative deal, a testament to his belief in his own potential and the rising market for young, athletic wings. He may, however, be willing to settle if the contract includes a player option, a crucial detail that would allow him to enter unrestricted free agency next summer and potentially secure an even larger payday. This negotiation isn't just about money. It's about control, about Kaminga betting on himself, and the Warriors trying to balance financial prudence with retaining a key piece of their future. The longer the Warriors wait to finalize a deal with Kaminga, the longer Horford has to wait to sign, potentially opening the door for other contenders to swoop in and snatch him away. It's a dangerous game of chicken, with championship aspirations hanging in the balance. But what if the Kaminga saga takes an entirely different turn? What if the solution isn't a long-term contract in Golden State, but a blockbuster trade that sends him elsewhere, while bringing back assets that could immediately help the Warriors or further their rebuild? Enter the Phoenix Suns, a team that has embarked on an offseason of truly seismic changes, a complete overhaul designed to shake off the bitter taste of their Big Three experiment. The Suns began their aggressive retooling by trading Kevin Durant to the Houston Rockets for a package headlined by the dynamic Jalen Green, the tenacious Dillon Brooks, and the draft pick used to select the promising Kamin Maluak. They then acquired the towering Mark Williams from the Charlotte Hornets and bolstered their future with second-round picks Rasheer Fleming and Kobe Brea in the 2025 draft. The most definitive move, however, was officially ending their ill-fated Big Three experiment by buying out Bradley Beal's contract, leaving Devin Booker as the sole remaining player from their star trio, who is set to be a major part of their future after receiving a massive contract extension this summer. With these bold, decisive moves, the Suns have officially overhauled their roster, shedding past failures and reorienting themselves with hopes to become a legitimate contender once again in the Western Conference, built around a younger, more athletic core. Despite having already made a flurry of moves this offseason, the Suns' appetite for change appears insatiable and more could be on the way. They are reportedly keenly interested in Golden State Warriors restricted free agent Jonathan Kuminga, seeing him as a perfect fit for their newly constructed roster. With this in mind, Fansided's Maxwell Ogden recently released a mock trade that sends Kaminga to the desert in exchange for a trio of players and a future draft pick. In this hypothetical scenario, Ogden has the Suns trading Nick Richards, Royce O'Neal, Oso Ighodaro, and a future first-round pick to the Warriors in exchange for Kaminga. From the Suns' perspective, this would be an incredibly intriguing trade. It would mean moving on from some key players from last season, particularly Royce O'Neal, who provided valuable shooting and defense. However, adding Kaminga would give them another young, high-upside player to build around for the future, a versatile forward who can score, defend, and grow alongside Jalen Green and Devin Booker. Kaminga's athleticism and defensive potential would fit seamlessly into the Suns' new identity, providing a solid scorer and defender at the forward position who should complement Green's scoring prowess and Booker's all-around game. This trade could very well work out for the Suns as they try to bounce back after the spectacular failure of their previous Big Three era, giving them a fresh start with a more balanced and youthful roster. For the Warriors, however, the calculus is far more complex. While acquiring a future first-round pick and some depth pieces like Richards and O'Neal could be appealing, especially if they believe Kaminga's contract demands are too high, the question remains whether this package is truly enough for a player with Kaminga's potential. The Warriors may very well want more in return in a trade for their young forward this offseason, perhaps a more immediate impact player or additional draft capital. The decision to trade Kaminga would be a tacit admission that they couldn't agree on a suitable extension, and it would fundamentally alter their long-term plans. It would signal a pivot, perhaps towards a more aggressive rebuild around their remaining core, or a reinvestment of those assets into other veteran talent. the Golden State Warriors are undeniably at a critical juncture. The Kaminga contract negotiations are not just a minor hurdle. They are the linchpin of their entire offseason strategy, impacting everything from their financial flexibility to their ability to acquire veteran talent like Al Horford. Meanwhile, the Phoenix Suns are aggressively reshaping their roster, and Kaminga has emerged as a prime target, potentially offering the Warriors a way out of their current predicament through a high-profile trade. The outcome of this delicate dance, whether it's a new deal for Kaminga, a trade sending him elsewhere, or a combination of both, will have profound implications for both franchises, shaping their immediate championship aspirations and their long-term trajectories. The NBA offseason is a chess match, and the next few moves for the Warriors will be among the most crucial they've made in years. What are your predictions for the Jonathan Kuminga saga? Will the Warriors finally reach an agreement? Or do you see him heading to a new team like the Phoenix Suns? Let us know your thoughts and theories in the comment below. And if you found this deep dive into the NBA's offseason drama insightful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more exclusive reports and in-depth analysis that keeps you ahead of the game. Your engagement fuels our passion, so don't hesitate to share your perspective.